Beardo Benjo.
Hello there everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're checking out the newest Luke Ross real VR mod for Ghostwire Tokyo. Now this is a game I bought at launch and I've actually completed it. So I do have a finished save file, but I won't be spoiling too much today. I will jump into a new game just to show you the prologue so you get a feel for what this game is like. And then I will jump into my finished game save, but not to show you any endgame story content. I'll just run around the open world, because at that point I've unlocked everything. So I can just fly around and have a look at Tokyo in all its glory. Now I am excited to check this out today. However, I was going to say I wasn't the biggest fan of this game. It's kind of not fair. I completed it. I did enjoy it. I think it's a pretty solid 7 out of 10. Maybe 6.5. It's got a beautiful aesthetic. The character designs are amazing, especially the enemies, especially the creatures you can find in Tokyo. The world itself looks amazing. But the gameplay loop, in my opinion, is a little bit lacking, but I'll talk more about that when we get into the gameplay. Let's start a new game and see what this looks like in VR. Whoa, okay. This looks pretty awesome. Holy hell. Yeah, I can see why this is a good contender for a VR mod now. It looks stunning. How's it performing? Okay, that feels like it's running pretty smoothly. Can I get a readout on the frames? Okay, game FPS is currently 120, it's bouncing between 119 and 120, that's pretty good. I've got the 3D set to the real 3D render mode, which is what I use for Dark Souls. I think it gives you a much better 3D visual representation. It's really, really smooth as well if you can get the higher frame rate. And I'm capturing via OBS. Okay, right, let's jump into this. Welcome to Ghostwire Tokyo in VR. Now, as I said, I completed this game, played it all the way through to the end, took me about 20 hours. I kind of had fun for the first 10 hours, but the gameplay loop became quite repetitive. It's a lot of collecting things. It's a big old collectathon, but the world really carried the game. The world looks gorgeous, the enemies look amazing, and it had some interesting combat and traversal mechanics. So, yeah, let's check it out in VR. Looks really nice.
I can work with this.
Hello. Whoa. Hopefully the capture's doing it justice. It's very smooth in here. I don't know what the capture's going to be like. Ah, here come the Slendermen. Hello. Okay. Right. Let's shoot them. Easy.
Now just keep it up.
Oh, it's cool.
Block.
Block, block, block. Nice. Yeah, this is a very nice VR mod immediately. This is,
What was that? Power.
Straight away, some of
dead without me against those things.
Some of Luke's best work. Open the map. Okay, let's have a look at the map. Yeah, brilliant. Okay, so I need to travel down this little street to here. I guess traverse would be adequate. We can use that word, right? Yeah, this is looking really, really nice. It's running super smoothly in here.
Sister.
Forgive me if I don't want to have a chat with a guy who tried to possess me.
Fair enough.
Amazing.
What are you, anyway?
You first. Then I'll fill you in.
So basically the premise of Ghostwire Tokyo is something's happened in Tokyo and all the people have disappeared, which is why you see clothes everywhere and umbrellas laying around. Shush.
Yeah.
Shush. Basically their souls have been pulled from their bodies and you can find them locked around the city and you can basically set them free and save them. There's kind of like an evil entity, there's an antagonist in the game who's trying to use those souls to, I won't give away the plot, but he's trying to use those souls for his own means. And you've been possessed by a ghost, and you're kind of two people in one body, and he's kind of unlocked these powers within you. It's a very unique game, and it's a gorgeous game, especially in VR. But it does devolve into a bit of a collector fest later on in the story, and it's just going around collecting souls, and the gameplay loop becomes quite basic. But I completed it, and it's not often that I sit and complete a game these days. I kind of dip in and out. I have to really love something to complete it, so that says something about the game, you know. I liked it enough to get through the whole thing. Okay, we can smash these open to replenish our attacks. There we go.
Good.
Delicious.
Looks like you can absorb power from those things.
Whoa, this intro to the game's really good as well, like going
Is
through
your
this
sister a
hospital.
patient here?
Yeah.
Talk about bad timing.
Guy sounds a
The
bit
room
like
was on the fourth
Keanu
floor.
Reeves sometimes. Yeah, this intro is very, very strong. Like, coming into this abandoned hospital is creepy as all hell. I remember playing this on stream when the game came out, and I was so excited for how the game would unfold, but it kind of loses a little bit of its horror aspect the further you get into it. I do recommend this game. I think if you're a fan of horror and exploration and you like collectathons, I mean, I grew up playing Banjo-Kazooie, so I can't really say that I don't like collectathons. I love collectathons, but I wish this had a bit more of the horror element, I think. There he is, or Slenderman, doing some weird magic down the hallway, locking some souls in a box. Can look around, I can move around stuff as well, look.
Gathering up souls that have been separated from their bodies.
Ow!
What?
There's a wall there.
Looks
Okay, here we
like
go.
those things still haven't noticed us yet.
Alright, let's crouch.
Stay low and try to sneak up behind them.
A nice stealthy takedown. Now this is going to look awesome in VR. When you do a stealth takedown on these big slender men, their face like bends back towards you. It's terrifying. Here we go. Oh! Oh, it looks brilliant.
Let fear overtake you.
I leveled up.
Seems like you're starting to get the hang of my power.
These environments really lend themselves to VR because there's so much detail. Just looking at all the clothes scattered around, and just everything in here is like meticulously crafted. It's actually really nice to see in VR like this. Yeah, I didn't know how I'd feel about this VR mod, and I didn't know how well it would run, but it is running really well, and I do hope the capture is showcasing that. I say I'm probably still getting around the same frames. 143 frames, it reckons, currently, which seems very high, but I think I'm in an indoors area, so this is running smoother than the outdoors Tokyo bit, which is a lot more vast. Okay, up we go. Up we go. Oh! See, this area is so creepy. And there are a few of these as the game progresses, but not as many as I would have liked. I like all the HUD elements as well. Oh! Hello! Charge attack. Easy. Charge it up. Let it go. Oh, she is so dead. Rip her bloody core out.
Good work.
Someone needs to make a VR game
Something like their hearts.
where
Just yank them out.
you can use all these kind of like arm movements and hand symbols to actually perform attacks. It would have to be hand tracking, obviously, but my word, how cool would that be? Yeah, really, really cool. Oh,
They're here. Top your energy with that crystallized ether.
I'm gonna bloody do it. I'm gonna top my energy right up, mate. Have some of that, thank you. I'm already at max energy. You don't need to worry about me. I will take this little shopping bag of goodies, though. Alright, hello. Right, there's one there. Easy. Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Boom! And then we'll get this one as well. Terrifying headless schoolgirl. Oh, this is wicked. It's so much better in VR. Nice. VR makes everything better. It just makes everything better. And I think if you can get the right kind of performance out of it, like I played this whole game like this, the performance is so solid. This doesn't feel like Elden Ring or Cyberpunk that were at first really hard to run with Luke's mods. This feels immediately quite easy to run from my PC anyway. Hello. Right, we can't stealth both of those, so let's just kill this one. Oh, she didn't die. Get up. Pull her core out. God, that looks so good. That looks so good in VR. Flipping hell. Right, top up. Wow. this is making me absolutely gutted that I played through the game flat. I should have waited for a VR mod. Because I don't think I'd bother playing through it all again.
Bad feeling. What
Hello?
is that?
What bad feeling? I can't remember. I don't think I'd play through it all again. It doesn't really lend itself to many, like, well, to any repeat playthroughs, I don't think, anyway. Can I get in there? I think I can. How do I open that door? There we go. But yeah, I would have loved to play it through like this. So I think if you're going to play it and you're a VR fan, this is going to be the way if your PC can run it. I've referenced, as I say, sometimes I have an RTX 2080, an i7 9700K processor, and 32GB of DDR4 RAM, and I am managing to get, yeah, between 120 and 140 frames with this game running in VR. Into the cafeteria. Oh, Jesus Christ, no! I don't like it. I don't like it. There are cool like bits like that smattered throughout the game, where it kind of spooks you a bit. Hello, hello there. Oh, really cool. Fair play, Luke. Well done, man. This looks great. This is great. Now, this is available on Luke's Patreon now, so if you're a member and you've signed up to get all the other fantastic mods he's done, Jesus!
Is someone there?
You do now have access to this one as well. Hello? Hello there? I'm just here to see my sister. Please don't murder me. Please don't murder me. Going through an abandoned hospital like this is just one of my biggest nightmares. It would be absolutely horrific. Shit!
What's going on?
I don't know.
It's dicey here.
It is a bit dicey. I'm feeling a bit dicey and spicy. Whew. Oh man. Ah! Reminds me a lot of Fear, this bit. Whether you love this game or not, it is still a 20-hour long, possibly even more if you try to go for all the collectibles and side quests, a 20-hour long experience that you can now play in VR. That's one of my favourite things about the VR mods, is that we've now got these big AAA experiences. Don't go on fire. That are much longer than the traditional native VR games that we get, which is great.
Mari!
Hello.
Calm down. You can't trust your eyes in here.
I want to trust my eyes. If you can't trust your eyes, what can you trust, eh? Nothing. So when you first start playing the game, there's these fog walls that you can go into, but you will take damage. So like if I go over here, there we go, I take damage.
Get away from it.
Quick. The further you progress into the game, you kind of unlock these areas and you kind of push the fog back. So right now on my map, map. See all this? It's foggy. Yeah, this is places I can't go to. I can basically only travel within these areas that aren't all fogged up. Now, I'll load into my end game save in a moment because everything's kind of opened up to me. Now, one of the best things about this game is how accurate it is to actual Tokyo.
Still here.
And
stay away from that stuff.
I'm going to stay away from it, don't worry. How accurate it is to Tokyo and the actual locations that it depicts in the game. So I've never been to Tokyo myself, but I have a friend who has been, and she was sending me photos of locations that she's been to, like her own pictures. Versus locations in the game, and they were spot on. Absolutely spot on. So, yeah, really faithful to areas in Tokyo. Whether it's the whole place, I don't 100% know, but certain areas are perfectly replicated and perfectly displayed in game, which is really cool, especially if you've been and you get to kind of relive that. Right, these gates are what pushes the fog back.
Let's check it out.
Look who's here.
Oh no! Slenderman! Hello, mate. I'm gonna blast you so good. Are you gonna throw that sign at me? Don't you dare! Oi! Stay back. Mate, you're looking a bit rusty. Oi! Come on, lads. None of this. Oh, this looks so cool. Give me your core! Give me your core! And yours. That's right. Flipping hell. Get out of there!
All that's left is the gate.
Oh, it just elevates everything. It elevates the combat. The combat was fun, flat screen, like fun but simplistic. But in here, it just looks so much cooler with all the particles going past you. Just feels chunkier. Right, let's open the gate. Everything looks better. Yeah, this is dope. This is really cool. Right, I want to find a dog. I can hear one barking. I need to go and pet a dog in VR. If given the opportunity to pet a dog in VR, I'm always going to take it. I'm going to grab it with both hands. Right, I heard a dog bark a second ago. Where was the dog? Where is the dog? Here, doggy. Yes! Hello, my friend. Let me go and pet the dog.
What's he barking at?
Why have you frozen me in place?
Over there.
Over there? Ah, a soul. I'll save it. No! Here we go. Let's save him. Good doggy. Thanks for alerting me to these stupid Slendermen. Gotta get that soul out of that box. Come on! Perfect. Right. Have I got to keep going? Keep defending? Oh no, there we go. They're free.
Turn them into spirits.
It did.
Let's see if we can't help out a little.
Right, so you go around absorbing these spirits. Now, if I remember right, there's like... There's a couple of... It's either a couple of hundred or a couple of thousand to find of these. These are the things that you'll end up capturing, like, and these will take all your collecting time up. There's so many to find in the city. It's insane. I think I found half.
They got sucked in
My playtime.
Looks like it worked. Okay, now for step 2. See if you can find a phone
Taken
booth
to a
around
phone
here.
box.
Do they still have those?
So basically, you slurp up the spirits. There's some more there. Let's slurp these ones up. Hello, spirits. Get inside my little paper dolly. Thank you. And then you take them to a phone box. And you... This sounds so ridiculous. You call people up on the phone, and you can, like, basically set the spirits free. You, like, submit them, and that's what you use to upgrade your abilities and things. There's the phone box. And there's a dog there as well. Alright, more spirits. And a little doggy. Hello, mate. Look at you. Look at your little red bumhole. How you going? Oh, let me pet you. Let me pet you. Please, please, please let me pet you. Yes. Yes. Oh, this is everything I've ever wanted in a VR experience. I just want to pet dogs. Now, later in the game, you can feed the dogs, and they will take you to, like, secrets and things hidden around the city. Right now, I can't feed him anything. I can just pet him over and over again, which I'm going to do, because, you know, why wouldn't you? Oh, I want a dog. I want a dog so bad. Right, let's put these spirits into the phone box.
Now what?
Here we go.
Pick up the receiver. I'll connect us.
Okay. Like, all the hand animations and stuff are done really nicely in this game. That's kind of what makes it feel like a VR game. I just wish it had hand tracking.
Things. Hold that Katashiro up to it.
Katashiro. Okay, that's what I call it. Nice. I've uploaded my spirits into the mainframe.
Anyone the fog turned into a spirit
Into the
should
Matrix.
go back to normal once we send them outside.
Right, I've swapped over to my end game save file now. I'm just going to do a little bit of exploring and kind of show you what some of the later game looks like, because things really open up. Tokyo really opens up. And yeah, you can get right up onto the rooftops, you can glide across them, there's just so much to explore. The later game stages are really fun from an exploration point of view, but the gameplay loop starts to tire a little bit. But yeah, I wanted to show you kind of what the end game sections look like. So let's find a shop first, because I need to show you the cats. So the shops are run by these floating cats. Hello, you alright? Oh, seeing them in VR is amazing. And they sell you food and kind of these talismans that you can use in combat. They're amazing. They're absolutely amazing. All the vendors in this game are cats. The shops look great. Shops. Oh, food looks so good. I want to eat all of that right now. Especially those skewers. Oh, I'm so hungry. shouldn't have skipped breakfast. Okay, so also in the late game stages, you can get up onto the rooftops by grappling onto these creatures. And that's when things get really fun. I did have a lot of enjoyment just traversing the rooftops in this game. Just climbing up as high as I could be. Oh no, I can't get up there. No! And jumping from kind of building to building. Let me up here. There we go. Can I get over there? Right. Over there. Get up there. Still spirits to collect, even though I've completed the bloody game. Yeah, so the later game stages really do open up, and pretty much everything you can see, you can explore. Right, this tree has a weak spot up there, so if I shoot that, I should clear it and get a bunch of spirits. Lovely.
Find the others out there.
I'm trying, mate. I've got thousands of them. Literally thousands of them. Okay, what else can I see in this VR mod? Where shall I go? Sometimes you get to see this big kind of terrifying spirit parade. Where would that be? Let's go this way. No, no, Brilliant. I've fallen from the sky. Hello, slender lady. Bit like the slender men, but ladies. Hello. Oh, and she's got a knife. Nice big knife. Who's that? No one. Dead. Now you do have different attacks as well. So you've got wind, fire, water, bow. Let's use the bow. So yeah, look, you've got a bow. So as all bows do, shoot arrows off. The fire attack is kind of a big explosive blast. Really cool. And then you've got the water attack, which is kind of like your shotgun. It doesn't have much range, but it's got a lot of kind of width to it. And does big damage up close. Really cool. Really, really cool. Okay, where can I find the area where the big parades normally happen? Can't remember. There's like a middle of the city bit. Almost like a Times Square. See you over there, running around. Oi, you! Uh-oh, uh-oh. There's children everywhere. Headless children! Children! I hate children! Especially when they're demon ones. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh! Oh, sugar. Oh. I am on a roll. You know. Now, one thing I haven't mentioned yet is I am actually using a DualSense controller, a PS5 controller, and the game does support the haptics, and the mod works in conjunction with that as well. So I'm getting all the great kind of haptic feedback that the game already provides, which is adding an extra level of immersion, I guess, to the VR mod, which is really, really cool. No, 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 no! Oh, I nearly didn't make that. Gliding around these bloody rooftops is it's one of the best bits of the game. It just feels really fun. So yeah, I'm getting all the nice haptic feedback in the controller. You can play with keyboard and mouse, but like with all of Luke's mods, they are genuinely or generally better when played with a controller. I think they work really well with the controller anyway. Hello. Oh, I missed. Oh, I missed. Oh, I missed. Oh, no. That's not good. Stay down, you. Is there another one? Oh, I don't know what's going on. I'm scared. I'm scared. There could be creatures anywhere. Right, I don't think I'm going to be able to see one of the big spirit parades that kind of comes through the city, which is a shame because they look amazing. They're kind of all these big, strange creatures walking in the fog, and if you get caught up in the parade, you get teleported to this like really tough combat scenario. They're really, really smart. But this looks amazing as it is. Right, I think I'm going to leave it here. I don't think I need to show you guys much more than this. Just wanted to kind of share my impressions of the mod and the game. The mod itself is running really, really well. I'm averaging about 120 frames per second. The capture might not be showing that, but that is what's happening here in the mod itself. 116, 115 frames right now. So it's dropped a little bit now that I'm in some of the bigger, busier areas. But it is running really, really well. Much better than Elden Ring ran for me. And Red Dead and Cyberpunk when they launched. So yeah, really, really good first showing for this mod. The game itself, as I say, a solid 7 out of 10. If you want a open world collectathon with light horror elements and some really cool character design and really beautiful world building, then definitely check out Ghostwire. I am gutted that I played it flat screen before playing it in VR, because this is a much cooler experience playing it in VR. Oi, come here you. Right, let's use some fire. Guess what, bro? You're well dead. Oh yeah! Now there are much more variations of these enemies. Ooh! It isn't just the ones we've seen so far in this video. There's like these big fat man ones. There's these really tall ladies with big knives. Oh, there's so many cool creatures in this. Yeah, I like this. I think if you're looking for a new VR experience, and hello, who's talking to me? Hello? I don't know who that is that's talking to me right now. Yeah, if you're looking for a new VR experience, 20 odd hours long, and you like this kind of game and you like what you see, then you can get this mod over on Luke Ross's Patreon right now. I will put a link in the description to this video. I hope you've enjoyed. I've really enjoyed. This has almost made me want to replay the game. Almost. Almost. Maybe in a couple of years when it's not so fresh in my mind. I hope you enjoyed, guys. If you have, please do leave a like, leave a comment, and hit subscribe. And I'll see you soon for another one. Take care of yourselves. Goodbye.